Okay, we are starting a new unit on systems of equations and inequalities, and there's 3 different ways to solve systems of equations, and you might remember some of these from last year. The first one we're going to do is substitution, and then tomorrow we'll do elimination, and then the next day we will do graphing. So let's start with substitution. So I already have a variable by itself, so I can go ahead and substitute that into the other equation. So I'm going to substitute in for that x right there. So now I have 2 plus y equals 6. All I did was rewrite this equation, and instead of the x, I put the 2. And that is a one-step equation that I can go ahead and solve by subtracting 2. So y equals 4. And then for systems of equations, your answers are always going to be an ordered pair. So my x is 2 and y is 4. And then please circle or box your final answer. Every year I have people like circling this answer and this answer. Don't do that. Okay? And usually we would have to plug this back into another equation and solve for the x like we will in the next one. But that was just kind of a simple one to start us off with. So let's look at number 2. I have a variable by itself. So I can go ahead and put the 4x in for that y right there. So that would look like 5x plus 2, and then inside parentheses put the 4x equals 39. Okay, so 5x plus 2 times 4x is 8x. 5x plus 8x is 13x. Divide both sides by 13. X equals 3. I don't know what y is, so I'm going to take this equation and plug this 3 in for that x. So I'm going to start with y equals 4x. I'm just getting that from right here. Y equals 4x, and then y equals, I'm going to plug in the 3 for the x. Y equals 12. And this 3 went right there. So my answer would be 312. And you can always double check your answer by plugging it into either equation, or both of them really, to see if it works. Okay, let's look at another one here. Okay, so I still have a variable by itself, so I can go ahead and substitute that in for the y. Make sure you substitute in for the correct variable. I have people every year plugging it in for the wrong variable. So 2x minus 6, and then inside parentheses is negative 3x plus 14 equals negative 24. So it's this equation, but instead of the y, I'm putting the negative 3x plus 14. I'm going to distribute that negative 6, so I get 2x plus 18x minus, and then let's see, that is, I think it's 84, yep. 84 equals negative 24. I'm going to add 84 to both sides. And in the same step, I'm going to add those together. You don't have to subtract 2x from both. They're on the same side, so you just combine them. So 2x plus 18x is 20x. And then over here, negative 24 plus 84 is 60. Divide both sides by 20. X equals 3. Now, when I plug this number back into the equation to solve for the y, I usually do the one that already has the variable by itself because it's a lot less work. You can plug it into this one down here, but I'm lazy and I like to cut corners when I can. So y equals negative 3x plus 14, that's this equation. I just brought it down. Y equals negative 3 times 3 plus 14. That's negative 9 plus 14, which is 5. So my answer is 3, 5. Okay, for number 4, I would like you to pause this and do this one on your own. I should be able to walk around and see people working this one out on their own. Okay, so hopefully you worked it out and got negative 13, negative 53. I know those were larger numbers than what we had done in the previous 3 examples, but that is the correct answer. Now we're going to make it a little bit more difficult, where we have to get a variable by itself first. So let's look at number 5. So on number 5, I do not have a variable by itself yet, so I'm going to have to make it by itself. And there's easier methods to do this. I like to do the easiest one because I want to do the least amount of work. And here I do have a negative y and a positive y. It's going to be easier to get this positive y by itself, because to get that negative y by itself, I would have to divide by negative 1. So if I add 4x to both sides here, I get y equals 4x plus 6, or you could do 6 plus 4x. It doesn't matter. I now have a variable by itself, so I can go and plug that in for that y right there. So I'm kind of at the bottom of my page here, so I'm going to work in this area over here. So negative 5x minus, and then I'm going to plug in 4x plus 6 equals 21. I'm going to distribute that negative sign. So negative 5x minus 4x minus 6 equals 21. Add 6 to both sides. And over here, negative 5x minus 4x is negative 9x. And 21 plus 6 is 27. Divide both sides by negative 9. X equals negative 3. Now, I'm going to take this equation. You could plug it into either one of these as well, but this one already has the y by itself, so I'm going to use that one. So y equals 4x plus 6. Y equals 4 times negative 3 plus 6. I got that negative 3 from right there. Y equals negative 12 plus 6, and that is negative 6. And I am showing every single step just because I don't want to lose people along the way. I know some of you are capable of skipping probably this step and just going right to the negative 6. But I do need you to show that y equals negative 6, x equals negative 3. I do need you to show that step as well. Okay, let's do a few more. I know you thought we were done, but we're not. Okay, same thing with number 6. It's going to be easiest to get this y by itself. So to do that, I'm going to add 5x to both sides. So this would become y equals 5x minus 2. And then I can take that and plug that in for that y right there. So negative 3x plus 6 times 5x minus 2 equals negative 12. Negative 3x plus 30x minus 12 equals negative 12. Add 12 to both sides, and I'm going to also combine these. Negative 3 plus 30 is 27x. Negative 12 plus 12, that's also 0. And a lot of people get here and they want to stop. Keep going. You can divide by 27. 0 divided by 27 is 0. And yes, that is a possible answer. I am going to plug in the 0 into this equation right here. I have some space down here. I'm going to do it down here. So y equals 5x minus 2. Y equals 5 times 0 minus 2. So y equals negative 2. So my answer is 0, negative 2. Okay, let's keep going. We got 3 more. Okay, on this one, you could either get the x or the y by itself. It's going to be easier to get that y by itself because it's already positive. So add x. I get y equals x plus 3. I'm going to plug that in for the y. So negative 3x plus 3 times x plus 3 equals 4. Negative 3x plus 3x plus 9 equals 4. I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. Those cancel out, so that's 0 equals negative 5. Is that true? That is not true, so draw a line through it. And if it's not true, it is no solution. If it had been negative 5 equals negative 5, then that would be infinite solutions. Just so you know. Because you might wind up with something like that on your homework. Okay, let's look at number 8. Now on number 8, there are no variables that make it easy. Well, I take that back. There's no variables that are kind of already by themselves. What I do when I'm trying to find a variable to get by itself is that I look for something that's divisible by everything else. So if I look at 7, 8, and 5, they're not divisible by the same number except for 1, and that's not going to help us at all. But if I look at 2, 6, and 6, those are all divisible by 2, so I'm going to try and get that x by itself. And that's kind of confusing, but I'll show you why it works better that way. So if I subtract the 6y, I get negative 2x equals negative 6y plus 6. Divide everything by negative 2. X equals 3y minus 3. Now, if I had gotten one of these by themselves, I would have wound up with a fraction or a decimal, and that just makes things messy. It would still work, but I like it. I like the easy way out. So now I'm going to take this and plug it into the other equation. The biggest mistake people make here is to plug it back into the original equation, and that's not going to work. So plug it into the other equation. So then it's negative 7 times 3y minus 3 plus 8y equals negative 5. Distribute the negative 7, negative 21y plus 21 plus 8y equals negative 5. Let's see, I'm going to subtract the 21. And then negative 21y plus 8y is negative 13y. And this is negative 26. Divide by negative 13. Y equals 2. And then to solve for the x, you can either plug it in for this one, or this one. It's going to be a lot easier to plug it in here, though. So x equals 3y minus 3. So that's 3 times 2 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. So my answer here is 3, 2. Okay, the last one, number 9, I need for you to do on your own. So go ahead and pause it. Well, write it down first, pause it, and then solve it. It'll pop up here shortly with the answer, so make sure you pause it. Okay, so here's my answer for number 9. I got 3, negative 4. Make sure you check your work. If you have any questions on this whatsoever, raise your hand, call me over, or something. Okay, so that's it.